Stop for just a moment. I need you to hear this. Not because I am demanding your attention, but because your heart has been searching for this message without even knowing it. You were not planning to be here right now. You had other things to do, other places to scroll, other distractions calling your name. But here you are, and that is not accident. I have tried everything to reach you. I have called you in ways you did not recognize and whispered in moments you almost heard, but then dismissed. I have nudged you when you were too busy to notice and waited patiently while you looked everywhere else for answers that only I could give. And now I interrupt you right here, mid-life, mid-scroll, mid-thought, because if I let you keep going, you will miss something that was always meant for you. I speak these words with urgency, yes, but also with tenderness. This is not a message of force or pressure. This is a message of love that refuses to give up on you. I know what your days have been filled with. I know how exhausted your heart feels, how full your mind is, how little space seems left for anything more. That is exactly why I step in now. Not later when it feels convenient, not tomorrow when you think you will be ready, but now, in this moment, because timing matters more than you realize. I have been calling you through many ways and many moments. I called you through that quiet discomfort you could not explain away. I called you through doors that closed when you thought they would open. I called you through delays that frustrated you and through pauses that forced you to slow down when all you wanted was to keep moving. I called you through people who spoke truth you did not want to hear and through silence that made you question everything you thought you knew. None of that was random. None of it was wasted. Each time was an invitation, never a punishment. I know there were moments when you felt the pull and turned away. Moments when you told yourself you would respond later when things calmed down. Moments when you chose distraction because it felt safer than making a decision. I know you delayed not because you did not care, but because you were tired, afraid, or unsure of what listening might require of you. I understand that completely. I saw your hesitation and I did not walk away. I stayed close even when you stepped back. If you feel something stirring in your heart right now, take a moment to like this video, not for the algorithm, but as a way of saying yes to what is happening in this moment. Let it be your agreement with what I am speaking to you. Please do not turn away today. I am not asking you to fix everything in your life. I am not asking you to have all the answers figured out. I am asking you to stay here with me, to listen, to open your heart just enough to let me speak. This moment is different from all the others. Not because I love you more now than before, but because timing has reached a point where ignoring this voice will cost you more than you realize. This exact message will not come to you again in the same way. I do not repeat moments like this casually. What makes this moment powerful is not the words alone, but the alignment of your heart, your history, and this exact point in time. You cannot rewind this moment. You cannot recreate it later when it feels more comfortable. You can only receive it now or walk past it. I say that not to pressure you, but to be honest with you. This message is deeply personal. It is not general. It is not meant to apply to everyone who hears it. Many will listen and feel nothing. Many will move on without pause. But you are still here. That is not coincidence. This is meant for you, the one listening now. The one whose heart feels stirred, unsettled, or quietly aware that this is different. I am speaking directly to you, not to a crowd. Everything aligned for this message to find you. The delays you hated, the paths you questioned, the timing you could not understand, all of it brought you here. I arranged circumstances you could not see. I waited for moments you did not know were necessary. I allowed certain things to fall apart so you would be here to hear this when it mattered most. This is divine orchestration, not chance. Hear me carefully. I am not speaking with anger. I am not threatening you. Love warns when it knows what is at stake. I am being direct with you because I care deeply about what comes next in your life. Ignoring this moment will not leave you unchanged. You cannot walk past this and remain the same. You will either move closer to truth or drift further from it. Staying neutral is not an option here. I know you have learned how to survive by keeping your expectations low. I know you have protected your heart by maintaining distance. I know you have told yourself that if you do not listen too closely, you will not have to feel the weight of making a choice. But distance does not protect you from consequences. It only delays the moment when you must face them. Stay with me, do not rush away. Do not let your mind convince you this is just another message. You feel the difference because there is a difference. I am asking you to listen not with fear but with openness. I am asking you to let me reach the places you have carefully guarded. I am asking you to trust that I would not stop you here without good reason. Clarity is near. Help is closer than you think. Direction is about to become clear, but only if you stay. Only if you listen. Only if you allow this moment to do what it was sent to do. You do not need to understand everything right now. You only need to remain present. Do not turn away. Do not delay. I found you here for a reason, and that reason is tied directly to what comes next in your life. I did not begin speaking to you today. I have been reaching for you long before this moment. I spoke to you through thoughts that came suddenly and would not leave. Thoughts that asked questions your heart could not ignore. You tried to reason them away, telling yourself they were just imagination or stress. But they were me, planting seeds, awakening awareness. I also spoke through people who came into your life, some briefly, others longer, but each carried words meant to reach you. Sometimes they spoke truth gently, sometimes awkwardly, sometimes in ways that irritated you. But even then I was working, using imperfect people to point you toward something greater. I spoke through delays that made no sense. Doors you prayed would open remained shut. Plans you made carefully did not unfold as you hoped. You wondered why progress felt so slow. But I was speaking through those delays, protecting you from paths that would have cost more than you knew. I spoke through disruptions when life refused to follow your plans. You did not like being interrupted. You wanted stability, control, but those disruptions were invitations to trust me beyond what you could see. There were times when you sensed me very clearly. Peace suddenly settled. Conviction rose gently. A quiet knowing pressed into your spirit, yet you doubted. You asked if it was really me. You worried about being wrong. Doubt came not because you lacked faith, but because you feared the cost of listening fully. Still, I did not withdraw. I did not grow tired of reaching out to you. I adjusted the way I spoke, not because you failed me, but because I understand the human heart. I pursued you persistently, but never aggressively. I did not chase you to overwhelm you. I walked with you patiently, allowing you space while remaining close. When you stepped back, I did not step away. When you ignored a nudge, I sent another in a different form. When you missed a sign, I placed another in your path. Love does not give up easily, and my love for you has never been fragile. Even when you felt distant, you were never forgotten. I never lost sight of you. I never confused your hesitation with rejection. I knew the difference between fear and refusal. I knew when your heart was tired rather than closed. That is why I remained gentle. That is why I stayed present. That is why I continued calling you in ways suited to where you were at the time. There were seasons when you felt completely unseen, when you wondered if anyone noticed your quiet struggle. You felt overlooked, unrecognized, misunderstood. But I saw you. I saw the effort you put in when no one thanked you. I saw the faith you held onto when it felt weak. I saw the moments you almost gave up but did not. You were never invisible to me, even when you felt invisible to everyone else. I remembered you when you thought you were forgotten. I remembered the promises I placed in your heart even when you stopped speaking them out loud. I remembered the prayers you prayed once and then buried under disappointment. I remembered the version of you that hoped boldly before life taught you caution. I did not forget any of it. My pursuit of you did not depend on your consistency. It depended entirely on my faithfulness. I want you to understand something now that you could not fully understand before. My calling was never about controlling you. It was about protecting you. It was not about restricting your freedom. It was about guiding you toward life. Every time I reached for you, it was because I could see what you could not. I could see the outcomes, the consequences, the opportunities ahead. I was trying to save you from unnecessary pain and lead you toward lasting peace. You may look back now and recognize moments you brushed aside. Times when you felt prompted but chose comfort instead. Moments when you sensed direction but stayed where you were. Do not let regret take hold. Those moments did not disqualify you. They shaped you, They taught you discernment. They helped you recognize my voice more clearly now. Growth often comes through reflection, not perfection. I never stopped calling you because I never stopped believing in who you were becoming. I saw your potential even when you doubted it. I saw your strength even when you felt weak. I saw your future even when you were stuck in the present. My pursuit was steady because my love is steady. Now as you listen, you may realize that my voice has been familiar all along. It has been there in the quiet, in the unrest, in the longing you could not explain. It has been there in the moments you almost turned back, almost changed direction, almost surrendered. That familiarity is not coincidence. It is relationship. You were never forgotten. You were never overlooked. You were never out of my sight. I have been calling you in many ways because you matter deeply to me. And even now as I speak to you again, it is not because you missed every sign. It is because you are still here, still listening, still willing to hear me. My pursuit has brought you to this moment, not to accuse you, but to remind you that you have always been known, always been seen, and always been called by name. I know why you kept turning away. You did not turn away because you did not care. You turned away because you were afraid, exhausted, disappointed, and trying to protect a heart that had already been wounded. Fear spoke loudly, fear of making the wrong choice, of losing what little stability you had, of discovering you were not strong enough. Fear whispered that listening would require changes you could not manage, surrender you could not afford. I saw how fear convinced you that staying where you were, even if it hurt, was safer than moving towards something unknown. You were also exhausted in ways you did not admit. You had been carrying weight for too long without rest. You learned to function while tired, to keep going while empty. When I called you during those seasons, you wanted to answer but did not feel you had the strength. Turning away felt easier. Disappointment shaped your reactions. You had hoped before and been let down. You had trusted and felt hurt. Disappointment taught you caution, taught you to lower expectations, taught you to question anything hopeful, including my voice. Pain taught you to guard your heart tightly, to avoid situations that might reopen wounds. I understand that instinct. I saw how you learned it from loss, not comfort. I want you to hear this clearly. I do not condemn you for that. I have never condemned you for needing time, for feeling unsure, for stepping back when overwhelmed. What I bring now is understanding, not judgment. You avoided not because you were rebellious, but because you were tired of being brave. You avoided because trusting again felt like too much to ask of a heart already stretched thin. I saw how you wrestled with yourself, how one part longed to move closer while another pulled you back. That inner conflict was not weakness. It was evidence of a heart still trying to heal. When you turned away, I did not step back in anger. I stayed near with patience. I adjusted the way I reached for you. Sometimes I softened my voice. Sometimes I waited longer. I did not demand immediate response because you needed space to feel safe. Love that heals does not rush. I never saw your avoidance as rejection. I saw it as fear asking for reassurance, exhaustion asking for rest, disappointment asking for healing. That is why I did not stop calling you. I knew that with time and steady love, your heart would soften again. You may look back now and wish you had responded sooner, trusted more quickly, hesitated less. Do not let regret take root. Every moment of hesitation taught you something. It revealed your needs, your wounds, your limits. It prepared you to approach me now with honesty instead of pretense. I have compassion for the parts that pulled away. I have tenderness for your fear. I have patience for your exhaustion. I have understanding for your disappointment. None of it disqualified you. None of it pushed me away. If you recognize yourself in these words, type yes in the comments. Let that simple word be your acknowledgement that you hear me, that you understand I have been with you all along. Now, as you listen, you are not the same person you were when you first turned away. You have learned. You have healed in ways you may not realize. You are more aware of your fears, more honest about your limits, more open about your need for grace. That is why you can hear me differently now. I am not here to accuse you. I am here to show you that I understood why you turned away. And I am here to let you know you do not have to protect yourself from me anymore. My love is not another wound waiting to happen. It is a place of rest, healing, and truth. This message could not wait any longer. I speak with urgency not to alarm you, but because time has reached a point of decision. There are seasons where waiting is wisdom. There are moments where waiting becomes avoidance. You have crossed from one into the other. Because I love you, I will not remain silent while delay reshapes your path. I know you have learned to be patient through long seasons where nothing seemed to move. Patience protected you then. But patience has a different sound than avoidance. Patience listens. Avoidance numbs. I am speaking now because what once was patience has begun to turn into hiding. Things are moving now in ways they were not before. Doors are shifting. Paths are narrowing. If you delay here, you will not simply pause progress. You will redirect it. Continue delay. Dulls discernment, quiets the sensitivity of your spirit. What once felt clear begins to feel uncertain. Peace becomes fragile. Confusion grows quietly. There is a difference between resting in me and drifting from me. Rest restores. Drift disconnects. When you delay responding long enough, the danger is not sudden loss but gradual distance. You wake up one day feeling farther away. I am calling you now to close that space while it can still be closed easily. You are ready in ways you were not before. Your questions have changed. Your awareness has sharpened. This message could not come earlier because you would have misheard it. It cannot wait now because you are finally able to receive it fully. I am not asking you to rush blindly. I am asking you to move honestly, to stop postponing obedience, to stop delaying response because decision feels uncomfortable. Growth always feels uncomfortable at first. That does not mean it is wrong. What you feel rising is not fear or condemnation. It is awareness. Your spirit recognizes that something is being asked that cannot be postponed. If you feel the pull to stay and listen even while wanting to step away, that is because your heart recognizes the importance of this moment. I waited until now because you can handle the truth now. Earlier it would have overwhelmed you. Now you can hear my heart beneath my words. You can feel my love even in my firmness. That is growth. This message could not wait because the next steps require clarity. I am aligning you now so that when movement comes, you will recognize it without panic. When opportunity appears, you will not shrink back. When change is required, you will not mistake it for loss. This urgency is about protection. Distraction becomes easier the longer you delay. Numbness feels more comfortable. I am calling you now to respond while your heart is still soft, while your spirit is still sensitive, while your awareness is still sharp. Now is the time to listen fully. Now is the time to stop delaying. Now is the time to choose awareness over avoidance, trust over fear, response over hesitation. I am with you in this moment. I am not demanding perfection. I am inviting movement. This is not about doing everything at once. It is about not turning away again. It is about staying present. It is about allowing this moment to change you instead of numbing yourself to it. The urgency you feel is not pressure to perform. It is the call to respond while the door is open, while clarity is available, while grace is near. This is your moment not to be afraid, but to be honest, not to run away, but to finally come home.